glad to have you with us from Cloverfield in Lexington, Kentucky. Basically, a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the South Alabama Jaguars and the Kentucky Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Kentucky got one of the bright young stars in the college football universe. Will Stein has done a fantastic job for the last several years as the Oregon offensive coordinator. Now an opportunity to run his own program in the SEC. We'll see if Will Stein can get the Kentucky Wildcats back on top as contenders in the South. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Jaguars ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Kentucky's offense will get first crack at it today. C.J. Baxter, the former Texas Longhorn, one of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a...
He's loose down the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Jaguars offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Quarterback keep. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Quickly complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Moving the pocket, it's Jacobs. Fires and picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, what a move. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. Hey, he's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the day. He's been a workhorse, continue to feed him, continue to create balance in this offense. But what a nice day by this young man running the football.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Baxter. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it with Baxter. Beck's going for the goal line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Look out! And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Using his legs, it's Phillips. Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Makes the catch and he's free. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Hits inside. It's Phillips. Could be an alley. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass. It's Jacobs. Makes the grab down the middle. And the Jaguars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man in the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Jaguars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick give. It's Phillips. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
If you are a fan of old school running the rock, then you absolutely love this drive. 80-plus yards. They've done it mostly on the ground. That last run now sets them up even closer to the goal line. And you can see these defenders, they're looking over to the sideline, looking for answers. They don't know what the front needs to be, if they need to substitute more big guys on the field. They can't stop the running game.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Jaguars! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Kentucky right back to the line.
It's going to be really interesting to watch Kentucky this year offensively, and I think running the ball is going to be critical. Will Stein now the new head coach, and he brings in C.J. Baxter at running back from Texas, David, a guy that was so highly recruited coming out of high school, had some injury issues early on during his time at Texas, but he has tremendous upside. And if he can stay healthy, this running game, I think, can take off.
Take off, game break. They fortify the offensive line in the transfer portal. They've got to get back to that physical ground game. And you're right about Baxter. This guy was all-world, everything recruit. Lightning in a bottle, can make those big plays. Look forward to watching this Kentucky offense hopefully get a bounce back and get some spring in their step.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Tight end now in motion. Out wide left, it's Gilmore. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Out wide right, it's Miller. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Just feeds the running back. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. That is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, it's Phillips. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. First play of the period, first down here. Dropping back, it's Jacobs. Quick completion on the out route. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Looking down the middle. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just on the same page with his target.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Holds on, it's Anderson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And, man, it's all eyes on this Will Stein offense. He comes back to Kentucky, man. He's an offensive savant. Spent his time, obviously, in Oregon. He's innovative. He's got a new guy at the trigger spot. Minchie, that was battling Carr a year ago at Notre Dame, Palmer. They were neck and neck. Minchie lost the battle. Now he comes to Kentucky with a rebuilt roster and a new lease on life.
Yeah, you got to dig to find film on Minchie during his time at Notre Dame, but when you do watch it, you absolutely can see the potential. He's a big guy with a live arm who can also run, and he's going to give this Kentucky offense, I think, a dynamic that they haven't had in a long time with his mobility and playmaking, running the football as well. So I can't wait to see the marriage between Stein and Minchie here and what it means for this Wildcats offense.
On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Needing to move the chains, here comes Kentucky on 4th. They'll go with Baxter. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room
this defense, man. You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Baxter. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the 1st down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the 1st down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
And he's in! Touchdown, Kentucky! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Motion from the back. Moves the pocket. It's Jacobs. Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Press center downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Right side, it's Marion. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Jaguars have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw again. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They give it back to him. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fair catch, called for and made. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
To throw, it's Jacobs. Out wide right, it's Hunter. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Left side is Phillips. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Jaguars are in the hurry-up. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Drops back on 1st down. Had to force that one.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Second down, gonna throw it. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score...
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Escapes trouble. Out wide left, it's Barnes. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life, taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Sells to fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Into the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Smashes in between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Jaguars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Jacobs. Fires quickly. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Now, will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your fourth pick, and coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
Kentucky spends its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to run it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Gonna run it. It's Barnes. He locked up and held on to bring him down. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Wildcats with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, the South Alabama head coach told me at the half. He said this team is going to take this opening kickoff for the second half and get some momentum, something they've been struggling with because of those early turnovers. He said if we can just hang on to the ball, we can continue to make some noise, but it all starts now. I'll keep you posted on how things are going here on the sidelines after this. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Malone. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Turns into the pile. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And I love the way they just came out in the second half. The passing game, it was a little touch and go in the first half, right? What did they do well? They ran the football. They come out in the second half, Palmer, more of the same. They didn't abandon it. They break the long run, and they cut into this lead.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? For them right now, the key is scoring points. Can't keep turning it over. They were turning it over, throwing the football, so let's run it. And after gashing him like that, if I was this offensive coordinator, I would just keep giving this guy the football, regardless of what the defense does, and see if he can break another long one.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And here's the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Wildcats sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum, but keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Extending the play. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Right at the line. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
An offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Sets his feet. It's Jacobs. Here comes the heat. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They booted away on 4th down. They'll field this one in tight quarters. No room to bring it back. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, one of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing? Coming off that loss last week, he really got banged up. And guys, I think it could impact his ball security, how he's cutting and moving on the field. I've got my eyes all over this, and I will keep you posted how this game progresses. Guys?
Ollie, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
That's reeled in. It's Barnes. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. All kinds of room to the right. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
For yardage. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Jaguars getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jacobs. Right side, it's Marion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Jaguars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marion. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Jaguars are rolling down the field. Wants to throw one first. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide right, it's Marion. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. From the red zone, it's Martin. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Anderson. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Got some green grass. Breaks into the open. 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Kentucky going quickly. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Run in the red zone. It's Barnes. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run inside. It's Patterson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. As we head into the 4th quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the 2 backs stack up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Pushes ahead. Oh, he got loose. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Yeah, that's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Jaguars sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Stopped right there.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Left side, it's Woods. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Jaguars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for running room. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Jacobs. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Quick spin on the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Running inside, it's Barnes. All over him immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Out wide left, it's Anderson. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Gilmore.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball to throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. And the Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Barnes. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Defense all over him.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
You know, there's no real reason to panic when you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.